go ahead and start. Folks will be trickling in. We'll let them in as they come.
Okay, thank you. So I'll keep my camera on for a little bit. Welcome to Practice Circle. This one's entitled Not Breathing Meditation. I'm Jennifer Hawkins. I'm one of the directors for Secular Buddhist Association. And just so people know, to establish a little bit of safety, I am African American. Um, I grew up in Florida. I'm originally from the state of Florida. So I am above average bilingual in Spanish as well. Um, First and foremost, for tonight's meditation, I'm asking, but not requiring, that everyone turn off their cameras and that you rename yourself I Can't Breathe. If you don't know how to do that in Zoom, we have two people here right now who are doing tech support. You can message and chat and just kind of let Mark or Ted know, hey, I'm not sure how to rename myself. But that is the request right now. Um, Lots of instructions. So the second important note of business is that we are going to try for a little language equity tonight, since I am a little bit more comfortable in Spanish than some of the other presenters we've had before, which means that there are meeting formats where someone speaks in English first and then speaks in Spanish. And typically the practice around that is if you don't speak one or the other, while the language that you don't speak is being spoken, you just kind of spend that time reflecting on what's been said or watching your breath, and then you return your attention. So I'm going to start that now. If I start speaking one or the other language and you don't understand that language, just use that moment for practice. Um, Este va a ser el primero círculo de práctica en que vamos a tratar de tener un poquito de igualdad con el español. Y lo que yo voy a hacer es decir cosas en inglés y en español. Para que tú sabes, inglés es mi primer idioma y lo hablo mucho más mejor. Vas a oír errores y todo en lo que voy a decir. Um, sorry, lo siento, todavía estoy pensando en inglés. Pues, um, hay ese movimiento en este momento para, para tener traducciones entre inglés y español al mismo tiempo durante una reunión. Y lo que voy a hacer es decir cosas primero en inglés probablemente y entonces en español. Si no puedes entender inglés o español, no importa cuál, durante el tiempo en que estoy hablando el idioma que no entiendes, puedes concentrar en tu respiración o puedes pensar de lo que me ha dicho por el momento. Ese es el práctico. So, next item of business, a little bit of instruction. So we are going to start tonight with a very non-traditional meditation. I'm not sure exactly who's in the audience or what your level of experience is. So actually, let me take a step back from that. Um, for anyone who might be from somewhere else in the world that hasn't really heard about this or heard a lot of details, very recently an African American man was murdered on camera. His name was George Floyd. He's from Houston originally. I'm actually in Houston. Um, but at the time he was in Minneapolis. He'd only been there for a couple of months and he hadn't done anything serious. He had used apparently a fake bill to buy cigarettes, and a European American or white police officer knelt on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds exactly. And he died, and you can watch it happening on camera. If you go to YouTube, look for George Floyd death original cell phone footage, you can watch him die. Um, and, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat it here. It is very much my impression, having watched the video, that the officer was enjoying having power and kept using that power. And when surrounding people started to film him and ask him, hey, you're on his neck, he can't breathe, please let him up, he didn't feel like letting go of that power. And he kept going until a human being died. And he did not seem affected. At the end of the video, you can even see George Floyd's body being carelessly picked up and tossed on a gurney and carried away. Now, there were other European American officers around that were complicit, at the very least, because they did nothing. Um, And then also notably, and I say this because I have been touched by the response of the Asian American, Asian diasporic, and Asian communities. Um, One particular bystander police officer was of Asian descent or was Asian American, and he actually tried to stop people from interfering with the murder. He was standing between the crowd and the officer that was committing murder. And sorry, I just want to take a moment to really appreciate some of the response that I've seen from the Asian and Asian diasporic communities, where there's been a lot of reaching out and saying, hey, we need to talk more about anti-Blackness and talk more to our elders about anti-Blackness and take part in campaigns to combat this. So that's been really touching for me. But yes, that is what happened. 8 minutes, 46 seconds. A human being was murdered, and it was racially motivated. And, you know, I'm not going to go into all of it, but there was a very visceral reaction um, from African American communities, quite obviously, and it spread to allies. And there was now peaceful protests across the U.S. The biggest are in Minneapolis and Houston, and other areas as well. And there has even been protests, peaceful protests in other countries now. And if I let myself, I'll sit here and be very emotional about how I have watched the Black Lives Matter movement for years now, and it seemed to have lost steam. And then suddenly people watched a man be murdered for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And there's been a huge, overwhelming rise of support, palpable, tangible support in a lot of cases. Um, and it's been touching. I just wish someone didn't have to die to accomplish that. Anyways, so the intention tonight is to not run away from this, to not turn away from it, but to sit with it and to deal with it. And it's difficult. Um, in case you can't tell by the little intro that I just did, we're dealing with a very serious, very dark topic that could be potentially triggering. So I'm going to say this right at the beginning. If you are a person who has any type of mental illness or past trauma, there may be moments tonight where you might feel like you're about to be triggered, like you're about to have an attack. And I say this as someone who has diagnosed anxiety disorders. I'm right with you. Um, I believe in trauma-informed meditation, which means I don't want anyone getting hurt in meditation. If you feel like you're close to having some sort of attack or any other deep emotional strain like that, I need you to let go of my guidance. And that means you stop following the meditation instructions. There's a couple of different ways to go about that. The first is to just stop following the instructions that I'm saying. You can just sit there and pay attention to your own breath or pay attention to something else. The other option is to take a break from this meditation or to walk away entirely for the night, whatever's going to work for you. I do not want you to have a panic attack. I care about you. I love you. That's not the point. Um, you can close the Zoom call. You can try to come back in later, or you can just, you know, take off your headsets, walk away for a little bit. But we are going to be dealing with some potentially triggering topics, and I want you guys to, if you feel like you're about to be triggered, let go of the guidance. That brings us to the first activity of the night, and we're going to be doing a couple. And I know that this is a little verbose of an opening, but it had to be tonight. We're going to be doing a very specific breathing exercise. The breathing exercise, instead of breathing normally and paying attention to our breath, which is kind of a standard mindfulness breathing meditation, we're going to be kind of doing the opposite. What I'm going to ask you to do is take a nice deep breath, and I want you to hold it to the point where you feel discomfort, where you feel like you need to take a breath. And then at that point, you're going to release, you're going to take a normal breath, and then you're going to breathe in and hold it again. The intention is not to go to the point where you feel like you're going to pass out, where you're doing real harm to yourself where you start blacking out. Do not do that. That's not safe. That's not the point. Um, Instead, I want you to be careful. I want you to listen to yourself, listen to your body. Try to hold your breath to the point where you feel the need to breathe. And then at that point, breathe. Don't go past that. Don't pass out on me. If you have any sort of respiratory or similar conditions, or maybe a past trauma, like maybe you almost drowned once, again, just like with psychological distress and triggers, I want you to let go of my instructions. You can just stop and breathe normally, or you can leave the call or take a break, whatever you need to do, but you need to be safe. And for this part, I'm going to go ahead and repeat in Spanish. Lo que vamos a hacer por el primer parte es una meditación que es completamente diferente de lo normal. Lo que vamos a hacer es no respirar por un poquito hasta el punto en que sientes un poquito de descomodez, que tienes que respirar. En este momento vas a respirar otra vez normalmente. Uh, Hace un respiro normal y entonces empieza otra vez y no respirar hasta el punto en que sientes que tienes que respirar otra vez y entonces déjalo y respirar otra vez. Probablemente no estoy explicando bien, pero probablemente me vas a entender. Um, Como siempre es importante escuchar al cuerpo, escuchar a sí mismo. No, la intención aquí no es hacer este tipo de meditación, este tipo de práctica hasta el punto en que estás lastimándose, estás al punto de desmayar. Lo que vas a hacer es respirar, esperar hasta el punto en que, oh, necesito respirar otra vez, y entonces déjalo y respirar normalmente una vez, y entonces sigue, respirar y queda aquí por un rato otra vez. Por favor, no desmayes. Um, lo importante, lo siento, en algún momento si sientes así fuera, vas a desmayar o tener un ataque de pánico o algo así, lo que yo quiero que tú haces es parar de seguir mis instrucciones. Puedes sentarse respirando normalmente, es una cosa que tú puedes hacer. La otra cosa que puedes hacer es parar completamente con esa llamada, con esas instrucciones, um, you know, para la llamada de Zoom, o tú puedes sacar tus headsets y entonces sentarse normalmente respirando, pero por favor no haga nada hasta el punto en que vas a desmayar, o tener un ataque de pánico o algo así. I probably butchered that, but I tried my best, folks. All right, so we're going to start meditation now. Finally, I know I've been chatting so much. We're going to start just by sitting for a few minutes, breathing normally, and then I'm going to tell you when to start the meditation. So I'm going to turn off my camera. You'll still hear my voice. Go ahead and take whatever position is right for your body. Some people can sit. If you can sit, then sit. If you need to stand, you can stand. You can lay down, whatever your body needs. Once you've assumed a position that's comfortable to begin a meditation, you can go ahead and either close your eyes or lower them to the point where you can barely see in front of you, whatever's more comfortable. And you're just going to sit. You're just going to breathe normally. Vamos a empezar con una meditación normal. Si tú puedes sentir, siéntate. Si tienes que quedarse en pies o desmayarse allá en la cama, no importa. Hace lo que tú tienes que hacer para ser cómodo. Respira normalmente. Just breathe normally. just to help you relax a little bit, go ahead and pay attention to the top of your head, to your whole head, and anywhere you feel tension, like in the scalp, go ahead and relax. Para empezar, tú puedes relajar la cabeza. And then you can go ahead, and if you're feeling a little tense, relax your face, especially your eyebrows. Y sigues con la cara, por favor, relájate en la cara también. The neck can also be a place where we hold a lot of tension. So if you feel tension in your neck, try to relax there as well. Si necesitas, puedes relajar al cuello también. Next, we have the shoulders, especially that whole region around the chest and the back. I know I like to carry tension there, so if you're feeling a little tense, try to let that go. El próximo lugar es el pecho. Puedes relajar al pecho y la espalda y todo. Next, I go ahead and feel my arms, note their presence. And I just let them be heavy, let them hang down, let them relax. Deja que los brazos son pesados, déjalos relajar. Then I'm aware of the center of my body, my stomach and my lower back. Those are also places where we love to hold tension. If you have to, go ahead and don't clench your stomach. Let it relax. Let your back relax. El próximo lugar es el estómago y también la espalda, esa parte de abajo. Mucha gente le gusta mantener estrés aquí y por favor déjalo. Relájate. Next, there's the butt and the region between the legs. This can be a place of a special trauma for many. And if it's a place of trauma for you, you can let go of this guidance. Or you can even place a hand over your lap and direct a little love at yourself. Remind yourself that this is a place that you decide on and it deserves love. El próximo lugar es la nalga, el parte bajo y también todas las partes que son entre las piernas. Yo sé que hay mucha gente que tiene trauma con esa parte del cuerpo y si te tienes trauma, puedes dejar mis instrucciones o puedes poner una mano allá y, darte a sí mismo un poquito de amor, diciéndote a sí mismo que esta parte de mi cuerpo es mío y yo puedo decidir lo que hay aquí. Y yo puedo amar a sí mismo y direccionar mi amor hasta esa parte. Next to the legs, the upper thighs. Go ahead and relax those if you're holding tension there. And then when you're ready, release the knees and the lower legs as well. También a las piernas. Relájalas también. And then finally there's the feet. with your little toesies. Go ahead and relax your feet and your toes if they're feeling tense there. Finalmente hay los pies. Déjalos relajar también. And let's just go ahead and have a couple more relaxing breaths. Just here where we are. And if you find yourself not relaxed, that's fine. Allow yourself to be where you are right now. All right, let's begin the hard work. Take in a breath and hold it. Hold it to the point where you feel discomfort. And at that point, let it go. Take a normal breath. And then hold the next breath. It might be difficult, but try not to tense up when you hold your breath. Use this time to see what you're feeling as you hold your breath. Ahora estamos empezando el trabajo duro de esa meditación. Lo que vamos a hacer es respirar y mantener ese respiro dentro de nuestros pulmones por un rato, hasta el punto en que se sintamos un poquito descómodo. Entonces déjalo, respira otra vez, respira normalmente. Y en la próxima respiración, manténgala dentro de los pulmones otra vez. Es importante no poner mucho estrés en el cuerpo durante ese tiempo. Trates de mantener los hombros y todos relajados. El enfoque es en lo que estamos sintiendo durante el tiempo en que no estamos respirando. Remember that if at any time you feel uncomfortable, you should stop. Si hay un momento en que estás bajo mucho estrés, es importante parar. Tu bienestar es lo más importante aquí. Notice not just your external feelings, the feelings of your body, the beating of your heart, the feeling of the air or the sounds nearby, but also notice your internal feelings. What do you feel when you're holding your breath? Nota lo que te sientes durante los momentos en que no estamos respirando. ¿Qué está pasando con el cuerpo, con el corazón? ¿Estás observando los sonidos que están alrededor? Y también cómo te sientes emocionalmente. We have now been doing this meditation for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Hemos estado haciendo esta meditación por 8 minutos y 45 segundos. If you're feeling strong emotions arising, you can go ahead and put your hand over your heart. And if you'd like to explore a little bit more, you might want to put your hand over your throat. Do not squeeze too tightly. Si estás sintiendo emociones muy fuertes, puedes poner la mano sobre el corazón. O si quieres explorar un poquito más, puedes poner una mano sobre el cuello. Pero por favor, no te haces daño a sí mismo. If it would be helpful, you can go ahead and wrap your arms around yourself to give yourself a hug to support yourself. If you'd like to explore a little bit more, you might gently put your hand over your mouth, but make sure that you can still breathe. Listen to your body. Si te sientes un poquito emocionante, puedes abrazarte a ti mismo con tus propias manos para apoyarte a sí mismo, para sentir tu propio amor. O si quieres explorar un poquito más, tú puedes poner la mano lentamente sobre la boca, pero es importante que todavía puedas respirar. Wherever they are, what does the pressure of your hands feel like? No importa dónde están, cómo te sienten las manos. Don't forget to sometimes let go of your breath and to take a normal breath as well. No olvides que tienes que respirar eventualmente. Tomes un respiro normal cada vez un poco. We've now been breathing like this for an extra 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Ya ha pasado otro 8 minutos y 46 segundos. If you'd like, you can go ahead and open your eyes. You can resume your normal breath. In fact, you can take some deep cleansing breaths if you need to. And we're going to transition into our next activity. If you look at your screen, I'm sharing my screen now, you'll see the face of George Floyd, a human being who was killed, and you'll see a transcription of his final words. If you'd like, if you're in a quiet place, you have the option to unmute or you can stay muted. But what we're going to do is we're going to use these words as a chant. I'm going to say them all the way through in English and in Spanish. You can continue saying them in whichever language you prefer. To start off with, instead of doing a more traditional chant, I'm going to kind of sing them. You can sing along with me. The intention is not to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but to just sing however you feel you need to sing. Forgive the technical difficulties. Just making sure something. Excellent. All right, I'll start. It's my face, man. I didn't do nothing serious, man. Please, 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 I can't breathe. Please, man. Please, somebody. Please, man. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Please, man, can't breathe. My face. Just get up. I can't breathe. Please, I can't breathe. Shit, I will. I can't move. Mama, mama, I can't. My knee, my nuts. I'm through, I'm through. I'm claustrophobic. My stomach hurts. My neck hurts. Everything hurts. Some water or something. Please, please. I can't breathe, officer. Don't kill me. They gon' kill me, man. Come on, man. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. They gon' kill me. They gon' kill me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Please, sir. Please, please, please. I can't breathe. Es mi cara, hermano. No hice nada serio, hermano. Por favor, por favor, por favor, no puedo respirar. Por favor, hermano. Por favor, alguien. Por favor, hermano. No puedo respirar. No puedo respirar. Por favor, hermano. No puedo respirar. Mi cara. Levántate. No puedo respirar. Por favor, no puedo respirar. Yo, ok, no puedo moverme. Mamá, mamá, no puedo. Mi rodilla, mis cajones. Te rindo. Soy claustrofóbico. Me duele el estómago. Me duele el cuello. Me duele todo. Agua, algo, por favor. No puedo respirar, Señor. No me asesines. Me va a asesinar, hermano. Por favor, hermano. No puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Me va a asesinar, me va a asesinar. No puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Por favor, Señor. Por favor, por favor, por favor, no puedo respirar. It's my face, man. I didn't do nothing serious, man. Please, 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 I can't breathe. Please, man. Please, somebody. Please, man. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Please, man. Can't breathe. My face, just get up. I can't breathe. Please. I can't breathe. Shit. I can't move. Mama, mama. I can't. My knee, my nuts. I'm through. I'm claustrophobic. My stomach hurt, my neck hurts. Everything hurts, some water, something. Please, please. I can't breathe, officer. Don't kill me. They're gonna kill me, man. Come on, man. I cannot breathe. I cannot breathe. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Please, sir. Please, please, please. I can't breathe. Es mi cara, hermano. No dice nada serio, hermano. Por favor, por favor, por favor, no puedo respirar. Por favor, hermano. Por favor, alguien. Por favor, hermano. No puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Por favor, hermano. No puedo respirar mi cara. Levántate, no puedo respirar. Por favor, no puedo respirar. No, ok, no puedo moverme. Mamá, mamá, no puedo. Mi rodilla, mis cajones, te rindo, soy claustrofóbico, me duele el estómago, me duele el cuello, me duele lo todo, agua, algo, por favor, no puedo respirar, Señor. No me asesines, me va a enseñar, hermano. Por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Me va a asesinar, me va a asesinar. No puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Por favor, Señor, por favor, por favor, por favor, no puedo respirar. I'm going to stop sharing for a moment just to check in with everyone. Make sure you all can hear me. Excellent. And then we're going to share again. We're going to be changing the chant a little bit and doing more of a traditional chant. So in Zen, you'll hear a pattern like this. What we're going to do is we're going to say each word together using this beat. Again, I'm going to go through in English and Spanish. Please use whatever language you're more comfortable in, regardless of what I'm saying. And we're just going to follow the beat the best we can. No need to be perfect. It's my face, man. I didn't do nothing serious, man. Please, please, please. I can't breathe, please, man. Please, somebody, please, man. I can't breathe, please. Man, can't breathe, my face. Just get up. I can't breathe, please. I can't breathe, shit. I will. I can't move, mama, mama. I can't. My knee, my nuts. I'm through. I'm claustrophobic, my stomach hurt, my neck hurts, everything hurts, some water or something, please, please. I can't breathe, officer, don't kill me, they gon' kill me, man, come on, man, I cannot breathe, they gon' kill me, I cannot breathe, please, sir, please, 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 I can't breathe. Es mi cara, hermano, no hice nada serio, hermano, por favor, no puedo respirar, por favor, hermano, por favor, alguien, por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, mi cara, levántate, no puedo respirar. Por favor, no puedo respirar, no, ok, no puedo moverme. Mamá, mamá, no puedo, mi rodilla, mis cajones, terendo, soy claustrofóbico. Me duele el estómago, me duele el cuello, me duele lo todo. Agua, algo, por favor, no puedo respirar, Señor. No me asesines, me va a asesinar, Señor. Por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, me va a asesinar, no puedo respirar, por favor, Señor, por favor, no puedo respirar. It's my face, man, I didn't do nothing serious, man, please, I can't breathe, please, man, somebody, please, man, I can't breathe, please, man, can't breathe, my face, just get up, I can't breathe, please, I can't breathe, shit, I will, I can't move, mama, I can't, my knee, my nuts, I'm through, I'm claustrophobic, my stomach hurt, my neck hurts, everything hurts, some water or something, please, I can't breathe, officer, don't kill me, they gon' kill me, man, come on, man, I cannot breathe, they gon' kill me, I can't breathe, please, sir, please, I can't breathe. Es mi cara, hermano, no hice nada serio, hermano, por favor, no puedo respirar, por favor, hermano, por favor, alguien, por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, mi cara, levántate, no puedo respirar, por favor, no puedo respirar, no, ok, no puedo moverme, mamá, no puedo, mi rodilla, mis cajones, terendo, soy claustrofóbico, me duele el estómago, Me duele el cuello, me duele todo. Agua, algo, por favor. No puedo respirar, Señor, no me asesines. Me va a asesinar, hermano. Por favor, hermano, no puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Me va a asesinar, me va a asesinar. No puedo respirar, no puedo respirar. Por favor, Señor, por favor, no puedo respirar. Okay, go ahead and stop. Go ahead and relax your muscles. Go ahead and breathe. We're going to take an 8-minute and 47-second break. I'll be timing it. It means that we'll return 5 minutes after the hour, so 9:05 p.m. where I am. During this time, you can relax and just breathe normally. You can get up and move around. You can write in a journal or doodle if you have them handy. You can go to the bathroom or get a drink. But spend some time processing. Vamos a parar por 8 minutos y 46 segundos. Durante ese tiempo puedes visitar el baño, tomar algo, beber algo, escribir algo si tienes papel, o simplemente quedar en la silla o donde estás y respirar normalmente, procesando lo que ha pasado. Vamos a empezar de nuevo a las 9:05 donde estoy. Welcome, Prince. If you're just joining us, we're currently on break until 5 minutes after the hour, then we'll be resuming again. You can use this time to sit quietly if you'd like. All right, everyone. Hopefully, people are back from the break. What we're going to do now is go into breakout rooms. For those who aren't familiar with that term, basically you'll get a little pop-up that says join breakout room and you'll click it, and then you'll be set into a smaller room with one or two other people. We're going to do that for, I'm going to give you guys 20 minutes to really process in there. Um, Normally what we do is give a very specific question for you guys to go over, but I don't think that that's going to be appropriate this time. What I'd like you guys to kind of talk about is how this meditation was. What did you experience? What did you feel? What came up for you? What was difficult? What was maybe easier or enlightening? Any thoughts you kind of had? Um, and then if you have spare time, you can feel free to talk more freely and be supportive of each other. The only rules are that we engage in nonviolent communication here and that we're supportive of each other, which means you're going to listen very carefully to your partners and not interrupt, and you're really going to receive whatever they give, including strong feelings. And you're going to be careful with what you say to make sure that you're not hurting the other person. Honest, but the aim is to heal and to not harm. If you have any problems, you can put them in the chat and one of the tech support people will help you. In the meantime, just so you know, this part is not being recorded. In fact, I'm going to hit you again. Here we go. We start again. So it is 9:48 and we've just gotten back from our breakout rooms and did some really deep sharing. I'm glad that people of color and allies that are present got a lot out of the chanting and the breathing exercise and made some deep realizations. Normally what we do in Practice Circle is instead of doing a more standard or more traditional dedication of merit, we will read a poem. And I'm going to do that today. It's a very special poem. But before I get to that, because I almost forgot, this is kind of important, I did want to give some acknowledgments to others who did some insane work this last week or so that really inspired what I came up with here. So my shouts out. Vimala Sara Mason John, um, who she's in Great Britain, I believe, but I mainly interact with her through the East Bay Meditation Center um, groups. She posted about joining a predominantly European descended or light-skinned space via Zoom and turning off her camera and renaming herself I Can't Breathe and what that act was like. And that inspired parts of this, obviously. There's Arasika Razak and Reverend Itzel Hayward, who are at EBMC as well, who led a retreat that I was able to attend that was very powerful. Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams in the Hine Center, who led a similar online event that really inspired this. And then participants have been mentioning reading the transcription of George Floyd's last words. And I just want you to know that I actually got that from Zen Priestess Kriti Kanko, who's a very close friend of ours here at SBA. And her root teacher, and forgive me, I might be misremembering, but I believe it's her root teacher, has a hearing impairment. So she actually does transcriptions a lot. But my understanding is that she did this transcription, and then the Spanish language version was something that I came up with, inspired by sort of Miami or Cuban Spanish. And she was also just a big influence on my own chanting practice. There's Julio Rios of East Bay Meditation Center as well, the POC Sangha, who led a meditation that really inspired me to be more comfortable doing some of this in Spanish. There's Ted Meister and Mark Nickelbein, who are both here, who did the tech support and managed the whole Zoom space. And then just Black Lives Matter, the movement, and freedom for immigrants. And you'll know why I'm thanking them in a second. And then just everyone who is here, because I made it very clear that this was going to be a hard meditation, that we were turning into what was difficult and we were not turning away. And people still showed up and they did the hard work and they made the realizations and they passed through the emotions. And the only way to, in my experience, the only way to get past those emotions is through them. So thank you for that hard work and thank you for your solidarity and other people of color on the call, like Gabrielle, is especially tough for us. And thanks for trying this out and showing up as well. And just everyone. So to our final little bit, now that I've babbled a little bit. For those who don't know, I volunteer for a group called Freedom for Immigrants. They were featured on the Netflix show Orange is the New Black. They're that hotline. They are a real hotline. And we take calls from people trapped in the concentration camps here in the US. And, we document things and we do what we can for them. Like sometimes we can help connect them with family members or lawyers or whatever. We just try to help. And I was working a case for a Colombian man that I'm just going to call my Colombian because I got to protect his identity. But he was in one of the most notorious, top 3, top 5 most notorious concentration camps. and he was summarily deported. Like, he still had legal appeals and things in process. He was not supposed to be deported, but they just pretty much grabbed him, put him on a plane after 2 men in his facility died of COVID-19 in the middle of the night. Cops came and got the bodies and then just grabbed everyone in there and threw them on random planes. That's pretty much what happened. Um, so he's back in Colombia. Not that this matters, but we're recording this and I'm going to say it out loud in case Trump supporters, and I'm going to say that out loud too, decide to try to paint this differently. But he did not violate a single law. He came to the US border. He presented himself as an asylum seeker. He followed international and US law and how to apply for that. He never committed a crime. And the reason that he was fleeing from Colombia was that a local group was trying to force him to grow coca, which is what cocaine is from. And he did not want any part of a business that hurts people, including people here in the US. So this guy literally did everything he could to be a good person with a right livelihood and to protect people even here in the US. Came here, followed every law, and they put him in a concentration camp for a year. And he would call every shift of mine and we would just talk, and we were genuinely friends. We're still in contact. He has been able to send some messages out of Colombia to tell me that he's still alive, but he is running around the country trying not to die. Thank you so much, Trump supporters. I just want to spend that moment there. Not very Buddhist of me, but I think it's important that we be honest and force people to look at that. So that's what's going on with him. And here in the recording, I'm going to say it. He was my fucking friend. He's still my fucking friend. And among other things, he's a poet. So let me just start sharing my screen. Hold on. The picture used is actually a picture of him. It's the only picture of him on the internet, and I was able to grab it. This is a poem that it doesn't really have a title, but he wrote it for me one day, and I have it here in the original Spanish. And then I did kind of a, oh, it's okay, but it's not a perfect English translation. And I'm gonna read through it a couple times. So if everyone would like to just relax, get into a posture where you can be a little more mindful, whether it's sitting or standing or laying down, whatever you need to do. Relax your body, lower your eyelids a little, and let's just listen. We're going to say this in Spanish and then in English. I titled it Para Jen, for me. Para Jen. Tienes que vivir y no lo piensas más. Nadie te va a decir una verdad más obvia, pero tampoco más realista. Si no vives ahora, ¿cuándo lo vas a hacer? Todo pasa en suspiro y cuando menos te des cuenta, ya habrá pasado tus mejores años, tus mejores momentos y no sabrás qué hacer. Entonces echarás la vista atrás y pensarás en mis palabras, que eran y son muy ciertas. No hay nada como vivir el presente, como saborear lo que pasa día a día, como sentir que cada segundo de tu vida cuenta y que nada podrá repetirse. Solo importa el presente y el ahora. Comienza a vivir, no te queda otra. Hay que pensar en el futuro, sí, pero con precaución. Nadie puede contar contigo si tú mismo no puedes hacerlo, ya que si solo piensas en estudios, trabajo y cosas que te quitan de vivir plenamente, nunca sabrás lo que es sentir como el sol te da en la cara y eres feliz solo con respirar. Pues los agobios, los problemas, las dudas y todo lo que viene detrás te harán no creer en ti ni en tu momento, que es ya. Mañana sería tarde para vivir las experiencias de que te prometen los segundos y pasado mañana mucho más. Pues lo mismo ni estamos aquí. Todo es tan impredecible que no puedo asegurarte nada, ni tú mismo puedes. Los planes que ha forjado pueden caerse en un momento, así que es ahora o nunca. Ese es mi consejo. Espero que lo tomes como es y consigas, al menos, una sonrisa al día, un beso, un abrazo, una maravilla única y una gran felicidad. Sin eso, el día está absolutamente perdido. Créame, vive. And then my informal translation for Jen. You have to live, and don't keep pondering it. No one's going to tell you a more obvious truth or one that's more realistic. If you don't live now, when are you going to live? Everything happens in a breath. And without realizing it, your best years have already gone by, your best moments, and you won't know what to do. Then you'll look back and think of my words, that they were and are very true. There's nothing like living in the present, the taste of the day-to-day, the feeling that every second, the feeling that every second of your life counts and that nothing can be repeated. Only the present and the now matter. Begin to live, no other lives remain. You have to think on the future, yes, but with caution. Nobody can count on you if you can't count on yourself. And if you only think about school, work, and things that steal away the simple life, you'll never know the feeling that the sun gives to your face and that you are happy just to breathe. Well, the overwhelming, the problems, the doubts, and everything that comes after will leave you not believing in you or in your moment, that it's this one. Yeah, yeah. Tomorrow will be too late to live these experiences that each second promises you. And tomorrow there will only be more. Well, the same, but we're not mindful. Everything is unpredictable. I can't assure you of anything, and neither can you. The plans you forge can shatter in a moment, so it's now or never. That's my advice. I hope that you take it and follow it. At a minimum, a smile a day, a kiss, a hug, some unique miracle, a great happiness. Without this, the day is absolutely lost. Believe me, live. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for doing this hard work. I hope that this experiment was beneficial for people here and beyond, um, for other people of color that are with me here, for allies. Um, Black Lives Matter, and we need to free everyone in these concentration camps as well. And there's multiple backgrounds in there. And we just need to do everything we can to heal the harms right now. Sorry, I don't have anything wise to say, just a lot of emotion. And have a good night.